What's good? What's good? So today I want to do a little story time, and it's one of my first story times. But people always be telling me like, I think you'll make a good story timer. So let's do a little story time. So I met this guy, when I was down in New Orleans. I had like a dedicated route where I was delivering for the post office by the Superdome, and I had took a break down there. I had took a break, like a 34-hour break, and I really was down there for like 3 days though, so it was like a little bit more than like 34 hours. So I was really down there for like 3 days. And towards the end of my break, like this was like the last day I was gonna be there. So out eating and shit, met this guy, we started chopping it up or whatever. Just on like some homie shit. We like start chopping it up and shit. Gave them my number and they was like, "This the right number?" I'm like, "Yeah, this the right number, this the right number." Cause they ain't believe me or whatever. So they called it or whatever. I'm like, "Look, that's my right number. I told you that's me." So I ain't really think nothing of it because I meet people all the time, you know what I mean? I exchange numbers with people all the time. Sometimes you never hear from people, like you just don't really know. So it probably was like 2 weeks later. I was driving. It was like, probably was like 1 in the morning. I remember because I was tired as hell that night. I was like, that morning I was tired. And I had got a text like, "What's good?" I'm like, "Yo, what's good? You know, who this?" Cause I ain't have their number. That was the thing. Like I never had stored their number or nothing. Like when they called me, I ain't never stored their number or nothing. So I'm like, "Who this?" And they were like, tell me who they was. I'm like, "Oh yeah, well, you know, what's good?" So then we ended up chopping it up on the phone. Like they called. We just texting a little bit, like, "Where you at? What you got going on?" I'm like, "I'm at work right now, you know what I mean, whatever." So they ended up calling me or whatever, and we ended up talking for like 3-4 hours, like up until I was stopped driving, because I stopped at like probably like 4:30. We talked for like 3-4 hours just on some homie shit, you know what I'm saying? That was like, okay, bro, this nigga real cool. Like, shit, we just chopping it up on some homie shit. It's been a while since I really talked to somebody who could hold a conversation like that, on that type of time or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. And so that was that. And the next day we ended up talking again, and we only talked for like an hour and a half or so, you know what I mean? We ain't talked that like no 3-4 hours the next day. We talked like an hour and a half or so, once again, like on some like homie shit, some regular conversation type shit. And when we got off the phone, it probably was like an hour later. He had texted me. He like, "Yo, can I ask you a question?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, what's good?" He like, I wanted to know, do you get down?" And I'm like, "Nah, bro, I don't even get down like that," or whatever. That's what I texted him back. I'm like, "Nah, bro, I don't get down like that." He was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I was just wondering." I was like, "Why, you get down?" He was like, Nah, I was just wondering." I'm like, "All right, cool." So now when he had like when we talked that second day, it probably was like 9 at night. So it was still like kind of early because me and him both be up late or whatever, so it was only like 9 o'clock. So it was still like early for us. And like by the time we had got off the phone, it was like 10:30ish. So it was still like, it was like, still earlier. So what had ended up happening, he was like, he had texted me and he was like, "Damn, I want you to be mine so bad," or something like that. And I ain't reply. Like, I ain't reply at all. And then like a couple hours later, he had text back. He was like, "Damn, dog, I ain't mean to send this to you. This was meant for somebody else." And I text back and I was like, "Nah, it's all good. I wish you, I want to be yours too." you know. Then he called me, and then we just was talking, you know, and then that's like how we, you know, started. That's how we, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how it happened. And so, you know, and then we started talking like every day, you know what I mean? Like, we started talking a lot, texting a lot, talking a lot. And cause at first I ain't even peep. I wouldn't even thought the old dude had got down like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why when he asked me, even when we was like talking on the phone for like, you know, 3-4 hours that one day, and then we talked the next day, like I ain't really get that from him. So I don't be thinking like that for real. Like, people would think I be thinking like that and shit, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't really be. I run across so many people, I don't just meet people and be like, I wonder if this person, da-da-da. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? That's why when he asked me, I ain't gonna lie, it threw me off. That's why I was just like, nah, bro, I don't even rock around like that. You know what I mean? Like, but, you know, once we actually started talking and shit, I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Cause like when I did meet them in New Orleans, I was just like, damn, this motherfucker fine. Like, they definitely was my type. Like 6'3", chocolate skin, solid, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? But I still wasn't really thinking on it like that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, all right, this a cool looking brother or whatever. I wasn't thinking about it like on no other shit, though. You know what I mean? Like, but like I said, we started talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, they was down in New Orleans visiting, but they from Houston, but they lived in Miami. They lived in Miami, but they from Houston. So pretty much we just kind of bumped into each other while we was both like visiting somewhere. I was on there for break with work, and then they was just out there handling business or whatever. That's how we met. And we started talking and shit. I'm just like, he was like, when you gonna drive down here and when you gonna get a load down here to come see me and spend some time with me or whatever. I'm like, shit, I don't know. You know, I ain't gonna stunt. I was low-key like playing like a little hard, cause I'm like, it just happened so smoothly to the point where I was just like, nah, bro, this can't be real. Like, somebody come pinch me. You know what I mean? But like, we started talking and shit a lot, okay? Like, it was like when we was on the phone for like 3-4 hours, like after I found out that they was that way a few days later, I'm like, shit, we go together. Tell them hoes we go together. Like, that's how I was feeling. Like, after 3-4 hours on the phone, we go together. Tell them hoes we go together. Like, and dang, why you gotta be a photo bomber? This nigga wants so much attention from me, bro. Poppy requires a lot of attention. But yeah, so that's how I was feeling. Like, we go together, nigga. Tell them we go together. But I wasn't trying to act like that though. Like, I was trying to like play it cool type shit. So we started discussing. I'm like, okay, I could cause I was low-key making my own schedules a little bit at that time. That's why I was like on that dedicated, you know, back and forth from Atlanta to, well, it was really from Charlotte to like Houston. So that like the New Orleans, that was like in the middle. That was like kind of like my route. It was like I go from Charlotte, Atlanta, New Orleans to Houston, and then back and forth. It's a perfect route. I used to love that route, bro. I be looking for a route like that to this day. Like, back and forth to that. Charlotte, Houston, boom, boom, boom. Man, what? I was in love with that route. But so we ended up, I ended up telling him, you feel me, like what I needed. Because I knew I wasn't about to drive down there, because that was not a part of what I had going on at that time. I wasn't doing over the road, so it was like a dedicated route. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miami was nowhere in the schedule of that, and I knew it never would be, because you know how it is with Florida, especially for you to be all the way down there. So I'm like, that ain't gonna work. So he was like, should I get you a bus ticket and shit, you know, come down here? I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not riding no bus to come see no nigga. I ain't doing that. And so pretty much we just kept planning this shit, you know, just talking about it or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, you feel me? Like, I'll catch a flight down there, you feel me? I'm just gonna need some things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need a room, I need some things. I need a flight, I need some money, I need some things. So he just like, all right, I got you. So he told me he was gonna send me $1,500 and shit. And of course, I think the nigga bluffing, because it got to the point where it was like 2 days before I was gonna take my next off time. But this was like my vacation time. This next time was like my vacation time. So I knew I had like a week off. So I was trying to like schedule everything to go see them in Miami. And back then, like, it wasn't no Cash App and shit at that time. So it was like MoneyGram, Western Union, shit like that. If you know about them type of days, you know about them type of days. But it was like the little Walmart shit. It was like something, Walmart, MoneyGram, one of them, something back then. But he sent me the confirmation number, and I had ended up going, because I think I was like in Alabama, because I was on my way back to Atlanta to start my vacation time or whatever. Park the truck, get out the truck, start my vacation time. And he sent the thing, and I had went to go pick up the money, and then they was saying that the code wasn't right. Like, they was like, this ain't no code or whatever. So I start blowing this nigga up. I'm like, ring a ring a ring, ring a ring a ring, ring a ring a ring, ring a ring a ring. Like, nigga, what? Cause he had like texted me the numbers and shit. So when I had went up there and like gave him my ID and all that, like, and gave him the numbers, they like, this is an inactive code or whatever. So I'm like, ring a ring a ring, nigga. Something ain't right. Ain't getting no answer, bro. Like, I'm up in that bitch for like 30 minutes calling this nigga, trying to figure out what's going on. And so I finally just went back and as I'm getting back, he called and he like, hey, I didn't want you to think I planned. I sent the wrong number, because I definitely was pissed. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? This nigga just goddamn scammed me, lied to me, and talking about he about to send me $1,500 and shit. I ain't sent shit. So he did really send it. He just sent the wrong number. And so when he had sent that, he sent it, because I'm like, nigga, you a fuck ass nigga. Like, nigga, you just had me do all that. You ain't send the money. Like, nigga, fuck you. That's what I was on. By the time he had hit me back up, he like, no, I swear to God, I sent it. I'm like, bro, I just came from there. They said the code, that ain't no code of theirs. Their numbers don't even, that ain't enough numbers for their numbers. You know, their numbers got this many numbers, this number is less numbers than that. So he sent the wrong number. So when he sent the receipt, I'm like, oh, he really did. That is the right number, but these numbers was missing. So I'm like, he really did send the money, because it show on the receipt. So I went back up there and got my money. He straight up sent it. And literally, I booked the flight, booked the hotel room. He told me, he was just like, you know, pick from these few hotels or whatever. Because it's close to where he be handling business at or whatever. And you know, if you ever really been to Miami, it's big as fuck. So a lot of people, I don't think they understand how big Miami is or whatever. And then I think when people think of Miami, they only think of like the beach, luxurious side. You know, it's like they got the other side, you got all these parts to it. It's huge. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me? He like gave me the area or whatever about certain hotels, and I went ahead and picked one, booked it or whatever. His money really didn't even cover everything that I had ended up doing, and I really didn't expect him to. You feel me? He sent the $1,500. That was cool enough for me. I was working, I had bread, so you know, I went ahead and like I ended up having to pay like three nights at the hotel with my own money, but everything else pretty much he covered. I ain't gonna stunt, like the flight, you know, at least we're like 4 days at the room. Damn, that bird pretty as hell. I wish I could show y'all this bird. It's like all black with orange feathers. That motherfucker's so pretty. But yeah, so so I end up flying to Miami, but I had told my homegirl that I was coming too, cause she lived down there, and I just didn't tell her that I was about to come. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't, it's like I wanted to like see him first and get that situated first. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I know she gonna be there, whatever. I just wanted to see the nigga. I ain't gonna lie. But and I knew me and her was gonna end up hanging out anyway. So it's like I really wanted to see them both, but I definitely wanted to see him. Plus he done spent all this money, so I'm like I gotta make time for him. So bro, I end up flying to, cause that was probably like, what was that? That was like Wednesday when I got the money. Got back home, got my shit together, all that, and I caught a flight on Friday. I got to Miami like 11 in the morning. And I'm calling this nigga, bro. Calling this nigga. Bro, for like an hour and a half, I'm blowing this nigga up, bro. Get absolutely no type of phone answer or nothing. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where this nigga at? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting worried. I'm like, cause I don't know if something happened. I'm like, I talked to him, you know, before I had got on the plane and shit. All right, you know, let me know when you land and shit. I'm gonna be out there. I got you, shawty. I got you. And I'm calling, no answer, no nothing. Like, so I'm just like, what is going on? So I started to call my homegirl, but I'm like, damn, I didn't even tell her I was on my way out here yet. Because by the time I would talk to her, I knew in my mind, I already wanted to be checked into my hotel and shit like that. Like, when I hanged out with her, I wanted us to just be able to go meet straight up at a bar and go have some drinks or something. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want her to have to come get me from the hotel, from the airport. And I didn't want to start off with her on that type of turn. I wanted him to do that. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up coming to get me because he didn't end up answering. So I already had the hotel booked and shit. So I'm just like, fuck it, I'm already here. Whatever he on, fuck him. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up coming to get me and shit. At this point, she still don't know about him. You know, she just think I'm coming on my own just to hang out and chill or whatever. So me and her, we hang out. We had got a bottle and we just kind of chilled at the room. We walked like the strip, went to the beach and shit. Like not to go hang out at the beach, but you know, just like, you know, really didn't really go to the beach, but it's like, you know, it's like all right there. So it's like, you know, we already at the beach. We at the beach. We just had a few drinks, and I really just chilled in my room. And I was already kind of tired from work. I already knew I didn't want to do too much. So the next day, and me and her had went out to, what's that club? It's like called like Live or Live or one of them clubs. Really, really nice, really, really exclusive. And she had, her African friends had like a section, and she had invited me to come or whatever. So I went, popping, turned up, bro, looking good, feeling good. Like, bro, like the whole atmosphere was just like bomb crazy. I on my way to the bathroom, bro, I see this nigga. Still ain't heard from him from me blowing him up while I was at the airport, bro. That was Friday. This is Saturday night. So I got to Miami at like 11:30. This is all the way Saturday night, bro. So this is 2 days later at this point. We at the club, and I end up seeing him. And I ain't know if he seen me or not yet. So, and my heart just started beating. I'm just like, cause this is only my second time seeing him in person. Mind you, my first time seeing him in person was in New Orleans. This is now like 2-3 weeks later when I'm getting to Miami. So this is only my second time seeing him, but I guess from how good that motherfucker look, I remembered them. So I'm like, I know I gotta be tripping. So I get to the bathroom, then I get back to the section, and at this point, I just can't stop looking over there. Cause I'm just like, is this that nigga? And I'm like, bro, that's him. I started looking at my phone at his pictures. I'm like, this is him. So now he started looking. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's him. That's him for sure. And it probably was like 10 minutes later, he just straight up walk over to me, and while I'm in the section, and he was like, what's good, shawty? And I'm just like, what's up? You know, because I'm trying to be mad because I am still mad. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, damn, that nigga look good. This crazy how this whole shit just done happen like this. Like, how we even at the same club? You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's just like, what's good, shawty? I'm like, what's good? You know what I mean? Like, he's like, look, I know you mad. I was gonna call you. You gotta understand, I'm new to this. I was super nervous. I was scared. And I'm just taking all this in because, mind you, we at the club. I'm with the Africans and my homegirl. So they don't really know what me and him got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when he came up, you know, we dapped each other up and shit like that because I didn't want it to be awkward already. You know what I'm saying? Because it was already awkward for me personally, but they did not know what was going on. Like, my homegirl, like I said, I didn't even tell her. I ain't messy like that. I don't do all that. So I didn't even tell her nothing like that. So the Africans have to offer him and his homeboy a drink because he was there with his dude, with his homeboy. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, bro, don't offer this nigga no drink. Y'all don't even know what the fuck this nigga just did to me. You know what I'm saying? But he got a little drink or whatever. Then he went back to where him and his homeboy was at, and then he just kept looking. Then he started texting me, and he's just like, damn, you look so good. He was like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna make this up to you. All on text. He's texting me now. And yeah, so that ended up happening. And then we ended up leaving. He wanted me to go with him, but I'm just like, I rode with my homegirl, and I'm not like that. I'm not about to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I even though how much I like you and we schedule all of this, at this point, it feel weird to leave with you in the middle of the night when you just played me and left me at the airport and just did all that shit. So now if it's 2 in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Like, so now I'm just like, I don't trust it now. Because I'm just like, okay, you just sat up there and really did all that shit. And that shit low-key hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or whatever. So the club over with or whatever. Everybody, the parking lot jumping. The outside was more lit than the inside. Like, the party from the inside done went to the block. It turned into a block party. So she over there with the Africans and shit, and then we had ended up texting the Lincoln, still like close enough where I could see them and shit, you know. We just start talking or whatever, and then like I really got a better perspective of what he was saying, but I was still not going to sit up there and give too many passes because I'm like, that ain't no real excuse because anything could have happened to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I was already worried that something happened to you. It's like, bro, you can't just be, like, I understand you was nervous, you was scared. This your first time dealing with a nigga, whatever. But it's like, bro, like, you just left me at the airport, got me all the way out here from Atlanta. You know, you paid for everything. Okay, cool. But it's like, still, nigga, you just got me out here, just left me stranded and abandoned and shit. So it got to the point where, like, we probably was out there talking for, like 20 minutes or so. And, I just start crying. Like, I was drunk. I just start crying to the nigga. I'm just like, damn, this motherfucker looks so good. Like, and I was just like, you know, that hurt me. Like, fuck you. I don't want to see you again. Like, I just start saying so much shit, but not loud and dramatic. Y'all know that ain't me. But I'm just like, you know, fuck you. Like, you know, gave me one of them little fuck you, you know what I mean, to his chest, like, nigga, fuck you type shit. But so I ended up leaving my homegirl and shit. I mean, the Africans, we had went and got breakfast and shit at this little 24-hour little spot that they had down there. Breakfast was so good, bro, and they paid for everything. I just love that. And I went back to the room, you feel me? Like, I just went back to the room, chilled. And then it was Sunday. So Sunday ended up coming. And when Sunday came, all hell broke loose, okay? So I ended up figuring out, okay, so this nigga, he must have wanted me to get them rooms, one of them rooms, because he knew it would be easy for him to be able to spot me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he already been up in Miami for a while. You know what I'm saying? He had probably already been there, I think he said like 4 years, 5 years at that point. So he been there long enough that he kind of know that area or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so I'm thinking he already knew I was going to be at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. Because I was already just like, bro, what's the coincidence of this nigga being at this damn club? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like mind-blowing. So I'm like, he must have wanted me to stay over here because he knew I was gonna be around, going to restaurants and hanging out. I was gonna be there for a week, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, he must have known so he could like stalk me or spy on me, you know what I'm saying? Type shit. Like, cause what else would it be? Because this would make me really feel like that. So the next day, I'm up. I went across the street to the little, it's like a little store or whatever that they got down there, like a little plaza or whatever. And so I had went over there to get some, what's them shits called? Some wine, like the little plastic bottle wine shits, because I was just gonna go to the beach and kind of chill. This nigga over there. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, do you live right here on the strip or something? Like, why I keep bumping into him or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, what the fuck? Hey, shorty, take a ride with me. So I'm like, all right, bet. Cause I was already dressed and shit. So I was about to just go to the beach and just kind of chill and just sip my little wine, smoke my cigarettes, cause I still smoked cigarettes at that time. So I was like, all right, bet. So I just hopped in the car, and we had ended up going to his homeboy's house. Now this is where it really got sketchy, because okay, so the night where we was at the club, my homegirl met his homeboy who he was there with, and they started talking type shit. Like, they exchanged numbers and they started talking, because she's sitting up here texting me once I got back to my room after the African dropped me off from, you know, us getting breakfast and shit. And she's just like, oh, this nigga, he's so perfect and all this shit. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, I really want to tell her about what me and a boy really had going on, but I didn't want to put him on the spot like that. But I'm like, well, damn, now she done met his homeboy and she's talking about how perfect he is and how head over heels she is for him. And I'm just like, well, damn, this was just last night. Like, what is going on? So we go over to his homeboy's house, and his homeboy has asked me something like where your girl at? Where your girl at? You gonna be linking with your girl today? And I'm just like, I think she just chilling today because she was like hungover and stuff. So like an hour later, like, we was smoking, we was just drinking, chilling, you know what I mean? She pop up, ain't tell me she was coming or nothing. So I'm just like, oh, so you and him done got real close overnight, you know what I'm saying? Like, now she up over there with us, and I thought it was supposed to be some homie shit. We just kicking it as homies type shit. Me, my homie, and his homie. He done invited her over there. So we just chilling for like a few hours. Then we ended up going to this little restaurant. And when we at the restaurant, this girl had ended up popping up. Now, when the girl popped up, her and my homie's homie was just talking as if they was just homies. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept calling her his sis and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he introduced old girl to my homegirl as his sis. Like, oh, this my sis, and da-da-da-da-da. You know, to the point they done invited the bitch to sit down with us. So I'm just like, what's really going on? She's there with some little gay boy, and like, he instantly just start throwing shade at me. So I'm just like looking at my homeboy, and I'm just like, who is they? Do you even know them? I guess my homeboy didn't know them. I guess that was his homeboy's people. So I'm just like, who the fuck is this niggas keep saying little shit to me? Cause it's, you know how you just throwing little shots, shade like that. It was like that, little catty, little shady shit. And I'm just sitting there sipping my little mimosas and eating my crab legs, chilling. Now, the little gay boy and his sis, they done order so much food, so much stuff, that I'm sitting up here like, okay, I know what type of people y'all is now. Because you know certain people do certain stuff. Like, y'all not paying, so now y'all just done came and ordered so much shit. Just unclassy, tacky, trashy. You know what I'm saying? Is what I started getting from them. And my homegirl was like, she texted me and she's like, let's go to the bathroom or whatever. But we really went to go hit the blunt or whatever. And so they ended up, the little gay boy and the girls, they ended up leaving. We went back to my homeboy's house, and me and her, like, well, we was just kind of laughing about it, because it wasn't really that serious, but because, like, even when there's some shit happened between the two girls, like, she kept, like, being shady at my homegirl, like, oh, this your man, you know what I'm saying? Like, just little shady, little weird little shit that me and my homegirl, we don't deal with that type of mess. So once we got back to the crib, we was just kind of laughing. So the next thing you know, they done popped up at the crib, the little gay boy and the girl. It just got so ugly. Come to find out, the dude who my homegirl was talking to, that was his bitch the whole time. So now I see why they came in there ordering whatever the fuck they want, and the little gay boy being shady with me and shit. It's like they was trying to claim territory type shit. Like, who the fuck is y'all type shit. But I'm like, if this my homeboy's girl, how do my homeboy not know her? Because he said he ain't know her. He ain't know them. So I'm like, are you lying for them, or do you really not know them? Because once they had popped up at the house, all hell broke loose. I mean, she got into a fight with my homegirl, like a real fight. It just got ugly, okay? I was about to fight the gay boy. It just was turned ugly. So me and my homegirl went back to the room. My homeboy came with us because he was the one who dropped us off. It was just so ugly and messy to the point where I ended up leaving Miami early because I just felt some type of way, because that was Sunday. I wasn't supposed to leave until that Saturday. I ended up getting a one-way flight back to Atlanta on like Wednesday, because I was just a little bothered by the whole situation of me coming in, him not picking me up, ignoring my calls, then pop up at the club, then you pop up at the little plaza, then all that little catty shit happens to the point where my homegirl fighting this nigga's bitch, and then we don't even know that that's his girl. Like, whether it's his girl or they were fucking, whatever it is, it was enough that she was jealous of my homegirl to want to fight her. So I just left. I'm just like, nah, dog. This why I cannot deal with that DL shit. It be too much secrets, too much shit. And I was just like, I'm out of here, dog. I'm out of here. I got back to Atlanta. I was like, woo sign. But that's how, even at the party, that's how my homegirl ended up finding out about oh boy. Because his girl straight up exposed him. Like, she like, you talking about you in love with this nigga and this your man. How long you done known this nigga? You don't know shit about this nigga. I bet you don't even know this nigga like niggas and all this shit. And she was like, my homegirl like, well, if he like niggas, why you still fucking with him, or why you still chasing him, or whatever, you know? And that's how they started scrapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's was the art, is just start arguing, and the shit happened so quick. I mean, because they had only been over there for like 10 minutes when all this shit happened. And then old boy started trying to come at me and shit. I'm just like, bruh, This ain't what I came to Miami for. I came here to catch a tan, enjoy my little break and chill. But I done got wrapped up in all this shit, cause, whew. So, that was just a little story time. I gotta go back to work. That's why I'm like, I don't deal with all that shit no more. You act like you don't know how to jump, bro. I gonna get up here and then be acting like he too don't be wanting to jump and shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit got me thinking about that shit, boy. I was so high, I ain't even gonna lie. But that back then when I used to smoke weed and shit though. Right, and cigarettes. Like when that nigga left me out at the airport, bro. When I tell you I down there smoked a whole half a pack of cigarettes, bro, I went out that bitch and smoked like 7 of them hoes back to back. Man, I smoked like 7 of them Newport Shorts back to back. That nigga wouldn't answer the phone while I was at the airport. I'm like, oh hell nah, now I gotta call this bitch to come get me. No, she gonna be asking, why you ain't called me? What the hell going on? I didn't even know you was about to be coming. Like, so I'm like, man. Oh my man. It's always something. Always something. But yeah, y'all, if y'all want some more story times from me, let me know. I'm trying to build up my page. You know, I'm still a little bit new to this. Stop. I'm still a little new to... He trying to have his little cameo moment and shit. You heard this nigga.